I'm going to get you right into the program and get to what we think is just an absolutely wonderful afternoon of conversation and reflection. The over 44,000 students that we have on campus now, a record 44,000 plus students on the campus of the University of Houston, and with our last graduating class of over 7,000, we have over 250,000 alumni living in the country, and 165,000 of those live in the greater Houston area. And by the math, the city of Houston says there are about 900,000 college graduates in Houston. I'm not a math major, but that tells me at least 1 out of every 6 college graduates in the city of Houston is a Cougar. So we challenge you to wear your red on Fridays and say "Go Cougs" to everybody as you pass them, because we're awfully proud. And we've got some great Cougars for me to introduce to you today to get our program started. I want to introduce to you first my great friend, Brigadier General Rick Noriega, class of '84, who graduated from this university with a Bachelor of Arts degree in journalism in 1984. And during his time, he wrote for the Daily Cougar and earned his commission as a second lieutenant in the U.S. Army in the ROTC program. The bio on General Noriega is quite long, because I think he wrote it himself. No, I think it's certainly worthy, but I won't take up all of this. I'll just point out a few high points. He was promoted to Brigadier General in 2013 and assigned Assistant Division Commander of the 36th Infantry Division. He is currently President and CEO of Avance. Did I say that right? I always say Avance. I should know that as a PADE, that it's Avance. Everything's A at the end. Incorporated, a nonprofit that offers early childhood education, parenting, and comprehensive family services to families. Hispanic Business Magazine named him one of the top 100 influential Hispanics in the United States and recognized Avance in their top 25 nonprofits. I want to take a moment to introduce to you an honoree of the Alumni Association with a Distinguished Service Award to our university a few years back, Brigadier General Rick Noriega.
Thank you, Michael, for that introduction. Great friend, as was mentioned, and thank Nancy and for inviting me here. Barrye and I were classmates, General Price and I were classmates in the mid-'80s. And so, General Wells, we do have the statute of limitations perhaps on some stories that can be revealed and not revealed. But in the context of things, of course, General Price, being much smarter than me, was commissioned the Adjutant General Corps for being a smart, administrative guy, and then they made me an infantry guy, right? So, with that in mind, this is a library? Okay. So, so it comes as no surprise if you read General Price's biography. You quickly learned, in terms of, as an overachiever, that if we read his entire biography, we wouldn't get through it because the game starts at 7 o'clock. This gentleman is the real deal in terms of Captain America. And I actually have some things on that biography perhaps that you don't know, but as part of our Houston battalion and our ROTC class at the time, Barrye was our individual drill team, fancy drill team guy. Did you do the blindfold thing with the bayonet?
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. He was the guy, he was that tall stud guy there with the bayonet and twirling with a blindfold on. This individual has been a mentor, a role model for me, a dear friend. And I will share this with you, and not having read any of the clips of this particular book signing and one of his many publications that we as Cougars can be proud of, because it's not just about all this, right? It's about a little bit inside here and inside here. What I do know, and having looked up and read a little bit about it, it's something that we all can embrace and understand. And it's about the journey of transformation. Our transformation, even with General Price and I, as ambitious, young, idealistic would-be officers of what was our place to help change the world and where were we headed, through all of those life experiences, we all, in each and every one of our own way, unique way, go through a form of transformation. And I can't even imagine, we know, General Wells and all of us have experienced different times in our lives that we're dealing with life and death type situations and what that means within a soldier's life. But what General Price describes in this particular piece is perhaps more profound and more revealing about that transformation and why General Price is really a true gem, not just as a human being, but also as representative of this institution. And so with that, I just want to tell you, General Price, what a privilege it is for me to be here, to be a part of this. I was unable to attend his retirement at Bragg this past June. I was at Fort Hood at the time. And so when given the opportunity to fill in for Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, I decided, well, I've got to do this because it means a lot to me. It's an honor for me, and to also understand a little bit about perhaps what this journey of transformation might speak to me in my life through my journey of transformation. And so with that, thank you again, Nancy, for the invitation. Thank you, General Price, for letting me be a small part of this particular program. And at this time, I would just like to call up for a brief moment the person that I'm standing in for, the Honorable Sheila Jackson Lee, her representative, Daniel Espinosa, who's brought a little something here for General Price, who she got to know extremely well through her dealings with the United States Army and became a dear friend of General Price. So she brought you a little something, General Price. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
It is an honor to be here among two giants, General Price and General Rick Noriega. I serve as a Navy corpsman with the Marines for 10 years, and I work for Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, who she's an incredible supporter of our veterans. So on a special day today, sir, Congresswoman, she sends her apologies for not being here. She's just flying today back to Houston. I would like to present on behalf of Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, and I just want to say a few things that have not been mentioned before. General Price has 3 Legions of Merit, and we're talking about medals. He has a Bronze Star, and he has a Defense Meritorious Service Medal, 5 Meritorious Service Medals, Joint Commendation Medal, 2 Army Commendation Medals, 2 Army Achievement Medals, the National Defense Service Medal, Overseas Service Medal, Outstanding Volunteer Medal, Kuwait Liberation Medal, Southwest Asia Service Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Army Staff Badge, and the Airborne and Air Assault Badges. And it is a pleasure, on behalf of Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, Member of Congress, signed September 29, 2016, Major General Price.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Honor is mine. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.